500px, 500 pixels, whatever you want to call it. It's a photo sharing website that's been pretty popular over the last decade, and that's kinda crazy to say. The site launched in October 2009. It's always been compared to and branded as the competitor to Flickr. I ended up joining somewhere in 2014. And if I'm being fully transparent here, I stopped being a consistent user about a year after that in 2015. I never really messed with selling my work on there, so I don't really have a ton of personal experience in the 500px marketplace. But I never took down my old photos, even the ones that I now find to be quite cringe, but hey, you know, personal journey in progress, am I right? I never deleted my account either, I just left it there, and honestly, I kinda forgot about it. But in that time, 500px was never out of my mind completely. It certainly wasn't out of my inbox, because boy do they send a lot of emails. And probably for the worst in their world, it wasn't out of the news. You see, 500px had a rough couple of years. It feels like since the Toronto-based company was bought out by Visual China Group in February of 2018, things have taken a turn for the worse. Now, I'm not making this video trying to tell you how to live your photo life or whatever, but rather, just to give you some things to think about. So if you're a 500px user and you haven't seen the email yet, you know, maybe you marked 500px emails as spam, whatever, I'm not judging. But a few weeks ago, 500px had a major data breach. In fact, the breach affected, drumroll please, all 14.8 million users. Wow. Here's the thing, you really can't blame a company for it unless they're being just grossly negligent with your information. I mean, cyber attacks happen so often these days. The team figured out that there was some sort of security vulnerability issue in February of 2019, and once they looked into it, they realized this was a problem since July of 2018. So if your account existed before then, your information's out there. They claim it was only email addresses, names, birthdays, you know, the basic profile stuff, whatever you made public on there. But do consider this, you can buy and sell prints on 500px, so if you have a credit card or PayPal information on there, you never know whose grubby little fingers have been on it. So if you haven't already, please, pause this video and go change your password. Don't worry, I'll wait for you. For me though, the data breach isn't actually the reason I'm making this video. See, when I saw that email, I just went in and changed my password. Then I looked around the site. I saw some of my old work, no interaction over the last few, years? Listen, I know it's not my best work, and I'm not entirely shocked here, but what's that about? You'd think someone would be like, oh, that's kinda cool, slap a heart on there. And that's when I really started thinking about my account there. It served its purpose. I got some good feedback when I was starting out with my first DSLR. I mean, sure, I shot before that in college and stuff, but I never had my own camera. In a lot of ways, 500px coincided with the time that I started shooting daily and taking this much more seriously. But after that little nostalgia trip, a bunch of other things started popping back into my head. Just a bunch of headlines and stories I read over the years. Like in July of 2018 when 500px randomly updated the site to ditch Creative Commons. They gave the community a generous 48 hours before they just pulled the plug on everything. In their words, they killed Creative Commons as, quote, part of a strategic repositioning of 500px's network of contributors and the licensable content they submit to 500px. For those of you who don't know the deal with Creative Commons works, it's a type of creative license that doesn't imply free of copyright protection, but rather it refers to content that you can use in your own projects, but only if you follow the terms set by the artist. So let me give you an example here. In my YouTube videos, I use Creative Commons music from the YouTube audio library. Some of the songs on there require you list the artist, others don't. But the bottom line is the artist still owns the copyright on the music, they're just permitting other people to use it. In the case of 500px, if you uploaded Creative Commons, the artist who created the photo would still own the photo. You would just be allowed to use it in your project. 500px removed their Creative Commons option for creators in favor of Getty Images, or Visual China Group, you know, if you live in China. When I was doing some research, I came across this Verge article which calls out something buried within the 500px creator FAQ section. Quote, the company explains that the marketplace hasn't performed as well in the stock photography space as hoped, and it had to choose between investing more in building the platform or simply finding a new revenue model. But with this major change, 500px assured its users that if you didn't want your photos showing up on Getty or Visual China Group, you can just opt out. They also said that the royalty rates for photographers wouldn't change. So if you're still into the idea of using the marketplace on 500px, why don't we chat about their flexible pricing plan and how demonic that can be. In February of 2018, another Petapixel article went up, written by Ajax Lee. Lee explained how a 500px marketplace sale, priced at a total of $2,392, translated to a profit of $77.90. Yeah, you heard that right. Lee took home $77.90 out of $2,392. Well, technically after PayPal processing, Lee took home $54.54. Essentially, the 500px agreement doesn't explicitly say the selling price or the ratio of the creator's profit, so in regard to pricing, 500px has the control. Lee received this response to the dilemma. Some clients come to us asking to purchase a large volume of images, so our sales team will often negotiate a discount. Other times we offer promotional pricing to incentivize new buyers. Being flexible with our pricing gives us leeway to entice more clients to do business with us. Clients that will pay full price the next time they make a purchase, and the time after that. As a business, this is why we need full discretion over pricing and ask that our contributors trust us to manage their sales effectively. We value all contributing photographers, and we are proud to license your work. So if that pricing stuff isn't crazy enough to you, I want you to think back. Remember when I said if you didn't want your photos showing up on Getty or Visual China Group that you could just opt out? Yeah, good times. So Nick Potter, this UK photographer, wrote an article for Petapixel, and in the article, Potter explains his time on 500px. Once the Getty switch occurred and the whole Creative Commons things disappeared, he removed his work from the 500px marketplace and requested that his photos not be licensed. Soon after that, he got an email congratulating him. You know, because one of the photos that he opted out of global distribution was available for sale on Getty. Nice. Potter didn't list a resolution within the article, which was from July of 2018, so hopefully things worked out for him. But I'm on the same page. In his words, quote, "If you had your photos on 500px marketplace but opted out of Getty image distribution, you might want to make sure that this hasn't happened to you as well." But this Creative Commons drama, along with the Getty Images stuff, that wasn't even the start of the problems. Back in May 2017, Alex Random wrote an article for Petapixel explaining how his work that was originally posted on the 500px marketplace popped up on Fotolia by Adobe. So, long story short, here are the outcomes from the article. 500px is offering photos according to the 500px and Adobe stock Fotolia partnership. There must be some sort of partnership happening behind the scenes, but the link provided brings you to a broken site, so who knows if that's still a thing. Also, is it Fotolia or Fotolia? Photographers are not given credit only on Fotolia due to limitations with partner collections on this platform, but the image is attributed to authors on Adobe stock. Although it may seem at first that the proceeds from the sales are going to somewhere but not to the photographers, eventually after several months, the money should find its way back to your sales section. And finally, photographers are completely in the dark during this process, which can last several months. And again, I want to give a quick reminder, I didn't mess with the marketplace, these are experiences of other photographers, but it's important to note these things. And I'm going to tell you one more story because, hey, you know, we've been through so much together. I like you. So in January of 2019, there's this brilliant photographer who makes these absolutely sick images in camera using light painting. He got banned for not being photogenic enough. I wish my work wasn't as photogenic as this dude. Tim Gamble, love your work. These shots are sick, dude. They're awesome. At first, I thought this must have been some sort of AI algorithm crap, but no, apparently, it's because Gamble's work was reported for being non-photographic content. What? Gamble was told illustrations and graphic designs are not accepted at this time, so we will not be reinstating your account. So there you go. So where does that leave you? Like I said earlier, this was just stuff that was kind of popping into my mind. I ended up doing some research because I didn't really remember. I just remembered headlines and stuff like that. But it all kind of came back after the data breach. I gotta say, considering I don't really use the account anymore, it's not doing anything for me, and I've officially been sketched out enough by the company. I think it's safe to say, and this is just my opinion of course, but 500px doesn't respect photographers. I think the site and their business model is focused intensely on making money. And I know, making money is the goal of being a business, right? Every business strives to make money, but this is a website for art, and the art has absolutely taken a back seat to the money. And so I've decided I'm deleting my 500px account. Just remember, I'm not saying how you should live your life. After all, it's your work and it's your creations. You can put them wherever you like, and I'm sure the terms of service on other sites like Facebook and Instagram are just as vicious as some of the stories we spoke about here. But it is something to consider. If you can make your money elsewhere on a less shady site, why wouldn't you? Anyway guys, sorry that was a little bit more serious than we normally are on this channel here, but it felt pretty relevant and it was something that I wanted to talk about. So let me know if you like this format. I can do some more of this stuff just for you, and make sure you decimate, destroy, and smash that subscribe button because it helps, and hit the like, and let me know in the comments below. Do you use 500px? Are you deleting your account? Are you keeping your account? Am I crazy? Talk to me. Tell me about your day. All right, I'm gonna go edit this now. Bye. All right, you guess what that was. I'll give you a little hint. It makes these voiceovers better. I don't think he's related to Harry Potter, but that's stupid. So, oh my god. Now here, like in July of 2018 when 500 headlines, other headlines I read, not as happy things about 500px that I just remember reading about. Clients that will pay 500px